And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Al Gore III, who is Deputy Director for Good Public Policy on Solar Energy for Solar City. We're delighted to have you here with us today in Central Florida. Welcome to Al Gore III.
Thank you so much, Deirdre. I'm really happy and proud to be here with this coalition of folks to say no on one. We're out here because Floridians want more solar power. And if you want more solar in Florida, you got to vote no on one. And Floridians aren't alone in this. People across the country support solar in overwhelming numbers. Pew Research did a poll last month where they showed 80% support for solar power across the country. And I'm going to borrow a quote from someone at Pew who said, "We just don't see that type of consensus in America. You can't get 80% of Americans to agree that they love their own mother." But they all agree on solar power. And that's because whether you come at it from the environmental point of view, or whether you care about jobs, or whether you want to see more competition in the energy marketplace, you need to support good policy if you want to see more solar, particularly here in Florida. Now, if you're an environmentalist, it's a no-brainer, but when it comes to competition, what happens when you have a competitive energy market is costs have come down by 50% over the last 5 years. And as a result, installations across the country have gone up 700% in that time frame. When it comes to jobs, this is a true American success story. These are domestic jobs, non-exportable. They are pathways into skilled trades. And jobs in the solar industry over the last 5 years have doubled in America. They grow at 12 times the rate of the rest of the national economy. And for the first time in 2016, there were more jobs in the solar industry than in the oil and natural gas extraction industry. And that's a big deal. And it's for all these reasons that you see the coalition that we have here in Florida, which doesn't exist anywhere else in American politics, in American public. There's no other issue where you can get the Sierra Club and the Christian Coalition and the Tea Party and the League of Women Voters all speaking with one voice because they all agree solar power is good and we want to see more of it. Now, the supporters of Amendment 1 have noticed that everyone loves solar, and that's why they have to resort to deception. And it's this, it reminds me of a quote from Harry Truman in 1948, who said of his political opponents that they have to use an old political trick. If you can't convince them, confuse them. And that's what they're doing with Amendment 1. But as we've seen in the polls the last couple of weeks, Floridians aren't confused anymore. They know exactly who's behind this. And they're ready to go out. And we need everybody to go out on Tuesday and vote no on Amendment 1. Thank you.